Excellent.
Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. Excuse me. My name is Noel Ruiz. I am a designer here at Adafruit, and joining me every week is mi hermano Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro, Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is the show where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody. We are streaming live. It is episode 512, and today's date is Wednesday, January 21st, 2026. Hello. We are hanging out in the Adafruit Discord server. If folks want to join us, you can do so by hitting up the Discord server, the Adafruit Discord server. The URL for that is discord.gg/Adafruit, and we're hanging out in the live broadcast chat channel where we like GIFs, memes, comments, questions, suggestions, banter, all that stuff. We're also streaming on all the major networks: Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and X. That's where you can drop us a comment. We can bring it into the show, question as well. We have not a new project, but a new project that's work in progress we're going to talk about. Pedro has some kind of a shop talk / tips on some metal 3D prints from JLC PCB, which we'll take a look at. And I have a working prototype of our MP3 jukebox color sensing music player that we'll take a deep dive and look at and demo and listen to some fun beats from Dan Q. And we have a coupon code starting off with adafruit.com/free. Let's just jump right into this. That's where you'll find the deals and more, all the details for the deals. For folks that are ordering, that have an order of $99 or more, they're going to get a free PCB coaster with a golden Adafruit logo. If your order is $149 or more, you'll get the PCB coaster plus maybe 2040. That's a very nice freebie. Love that thing. And then at the top tier at $199, you get the coaster, you get the Kibi, and free UPS ground shipping for continental US only. These get automatically added to your cart. And while you're at checkout, why don't you use our coupon code, good for the next 24 hours. This will get you 10% off your order. Color code, that's right, color code, all one word, will get you 10% off your order. Works on all physical goods that are in stock. Color code. That's the code, and those are the details. adafruit.com/free for those details. Okay.
Have links in the Discord for the distributors and then the newsletter that you can check out. We got a couple of different ones.
That's right. Yeah, scroll down to the bottom. We have distributors. You can find someone local to your area if you are outside of the states.
All over
the place. Very good. Thank you, everybody, for stocking Adafruit stuff. Also, DigiKey is a great one, too. DigiKey ships worldwide. DigiKey. We have a lot of products that will have a buy from DigiKey button as well, which is nice. Okay. Folks that are hanging out in the Discord server, we have, Squid.jpg. Thank you for joining us. And then over on the other channels, say hi if you want to say hi.
I think everybody's asleep.
Sleep or at work or in traffic.
Cold. Yeah.
Or at work, at sleep, in traffic. All three. You can do all three now. It is the future.
I think so.
All right. Well, last week I talked about a new project that I was taking on. I was in CAD. I didn't have any parts yet. This week I finalized the CAD, I think, and we have our 3D printed music player that uses colored Duplo bricks as the trigger to play different MP3s. So it's powered by an Adafruit Feather PropMaker RP2040 running CircuitPython code. Thank you, Liz, for putting together the code. It's using a color sensor inside here. It's the AS3741 10-channel color sensor. It's an I2C sensor, so it plugs in via STEMMA QT, so there's no soldering there. We also have a STEMMA QT Seesaw rotary encoder right here that can do volume control and play and pause. And then we have right here our 3-watt mono enclosed speaker that just connects via the screw block terminal on the Feather RP2040. So let's see some updates that I've done. It does have a battery, so we have a AA battery and a AA battery pack that's on the inside here, the snap fit case on the back. We have the color sensor in the middle. I got rid of the external SD card slot because I didn't. This is like meant for children of a younger age, that I don't want the SD card to pop out and maybe they eat it or they lose it. So that's why I got rid of the SD card. You have your own choice of picking how much storage you want. I think I have here a 512 megabyte SD card, micro SD card that's on the Adalogger FeatherWing. So it's on a Feather doubler with the PropMaker Feather and the RTC Adalogger that gives you the SD card. So let's go ahead and take a look at the demo. So it's portable. It's on. When you click, the sensor will turn on, and that shouldn't have said green, but it did say green.
Oh, it scanned your finger.
Maybe it did. That's weird. That's funny. Live demo. All right. So the idea is that you will use your Duplo bricks to trigger different colors. So let's try this color. What color is this? Blue. Hey, blue. And then you can use the volume knob to go that way to increase the volume. Blue. This way to lower the volume. Blue. And then let's try it again. Green. I think it's because it's seeing the green LED. I need to cut that trace. So that's a good thing, because you can see that all the STEMMA QT have a little green LED that lets you know that the chip is on. But for in this case, I need to cut the trace so that it doesn't turn on and kind of see the color. That's kind of funny. Normally what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to like not do anything. I think I want to have it like play an audio sample that's like insert brick, no brick detect, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And let's try some other colors, because I have all of the. I went out and bought the Duplo like kit that's like $29 from Target. So I have all the basic colors, and these are 2x2 bricks. It's kind of your standard brick. Let's do red. So what's cool is that the onboard NeoPixel on the rotary encoder, the STEMMA QT rotary encoder, illuminates more or less the whole like plate, the mounting plate for the STEMMA QT rotary encoder. So that's really cool. So every color will shine with a corresponding color. So that's nice. So there's red. Let's do orange. Orange. And the code is really smart because it takes, it will average out the color values. There's like 8 different color values. And because of the way that this gets in here, it'll be pretty consistent with the color. Orange. So there's orange. Let's do purple. Yeah, let's do purple. It's a nice color. Purple. Nice. So when it's a darker area, like this whole thing illuminates in the camera, it doesn't look as diffused, but it's pretty nice. It depends on the color too. Okay, and then that's just really quick color testing. Let me do green, because I know green is green. Kept triggering green. Now it's playing a different. So this is a different green. There's 2 different greens, and this is playing one of oh gosh, Tom Waits songs, who is Bartle Beats. So you can hear the volume here. Yeah. The other thing I wanted to do was, because it's a fairly big enclosure. I have this like little area here, so you can put some bricks in. You can either put them in this way. I think you could fit up to 3. Let me turn it down a bit. Or you can do one of these things where you connect them up, and then you can put them in like this, and it kind of holds them in place so they don't fall out, but it's still like movable. Yeah, so the tolerances there are snug enough to like hold those in there.
Very cool.
So you can kind of store your musical tracks. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, what else do we have? We have USB here, which you can access the files and the code, of course. We had to turn off LiPo charging because we want this to be a kid-friendly project. So we have here a 3X AA battery pack, and that just connects to the Feather. I actually am switching this out because this rocker switch, we actually don't carry it. It's a product that I got from DigiKey. And I'm going to switch it out for this guy, which is our small slide switch. So the idea here is that you'll just use this instead. And it's a little bit recessed inside of this plate. It's a snap fit plate, so you can easily get to it. And then that way you can like put it down here. Because I imagine young folks are going to want to like have it flat and then like put their brick in there. Getting this took quite a few iterations. This area here is this shape so that the idea is you push this in, it doesn't move too much and it doesn't fall out. So it's got like a okay, you know, a nice snug fit, but it's still easy to pop out. You have these 2 areas here for your little fingies to come in and pull it out. And I ended up exposing the sensor and the onboard LED a little bit bigger than I originally had it. So that took a little bit too. It is its own part, so that you can swap that out if you ever need to. And then yeah, it stays in there pretty good. Cool. What else we have? Here's another song. This one's from Bartle Beats as well. Yeah. You got your handle there. Hold on one second. I got a phone call, live show. All right. So, yeah, you can turn up the volume, turn it down, and play and pause. Like that. You just click it in to play or pause. There's no way to like cancel the track or anything. You just kind of have to let it run. So I'm just going to mute it now. Yeah, so that's the project in a nutshell. I think we have all the functionality going. I might want to add, like I think I said earlier, when there's no brick, I want to be able to say no brick, insert a brick, or no color detected, something like that, just to have an audible thing. Another thing that would be nice is when you turn it off and then you turn it on, it doesn't say anything. So it'd be nice to have like some sort of like opening music chime that's like doo-doo-doo or something like that. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, so that's kind of what I want to do. Otherwise, the code is in a good shape. Again, they're MP3s. They're a little bit, how do we say it? They're 64 kilobits, which is kind of a low quality, but they're not too bad. It's just like a fun little project.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that way it doesn't like slow down CircuitPython code. Otherwise, if you do like a 128 kilobyte, it plays like kind of jargled. So 64 kilobytes was a good thing. All right, so that is that's the project. Let's see what else. Yeah, next week I'm working on the guide already, so I'm going to try to wrap up the guide for this, and hopefully we'll have it ready by next Wednesday. I think that will be a good time frame. Yeah, so if anyone has any questions or ideas for some music or something, let me know. Lamar was thinking like, oh, it'd be cool if the Yellow played Yellow Submarine, but I really can't do that. That's a Beatles song that is so copyrighted that if I even whistled it, I'd probably get banned from YouTube. So I'm not gonna do that.
No, the inspiration behind this was the Yodo box, where I think we should have those where it has like the meditation type music and like lullaby type things for the kids going to sleep. I think is a good.
Yeah, Yodo is a good one. It kind of
Actually what they use theirs for.
It coincided with the Minecraft jukebox projects that I've been seeing on Instagram. It's a 3D printed case that looks exactly like the Minecraft jukebox, and there are these little record discs that you pop into the jukebox, and it would play it. I think it's like an NFC reader. So I wanted to avoid having to embed an NFC chip, and stuck with it. This was Lamore's idea to do the Duplo bricks. She's like, I have a lot of these Duplo bricks, and I don't have any, so I had to go out and get the kit. But yeah, these are good. They're consistently always the same size, and they're always the same shade of color. So I think, and they're more or less your kids
compatible with Lego bricks,
and they're still compatible with Lego bricks. Yeah, you could probably do a what is it, a 4x4 brick would probably work here, something like that. They're a little thick, but yeah. Another thing that was interesting is like, let me see if this still works. So if I put it in this way, right, and I play it, it says orange. But what happens when you have it this way? Will it still play? It doesn't, because it's a different color value. So it can only work if it's in this way. Orange. Right? Because for whatever reason, the way that there's like some shade or whatever in here, when this is cupped like that, the values change just enough where it won't trigger it when it's just like that.
Really? It's outside the range, you said?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's outside the range. So it has to be. I mean, it doesn't hold in there anyway. It has to be inserted in one way, which I kind of like. So that's good. Yeah. And as we've seen, it's triggering itself. I guess I could add like a wall in here. You know what I mean? Like a little. I did have a wall in there, but I kept running into something. But I think it'd be easier if I just cut the trace on the color sensor so the green doesn't leak in there. It's weird that it's triggering it, because I swear when I was demoing it, it didn't trigger it. Let's see. No, it's still triggering, self-triggering. So yeah, I'm going to fix that and make sure to document that. Here's white playing another song. So I think I have all colors here. Let me count them real quick.
I think you're missing gray and black and brown.
I have 10 colors. I'm using the colors that came with my kit, and those colors were not included.
Oh. Yeah, the kids have a ton. There's like tan and translucent and pink.
So you can add. I'll document in the code page how to add. So whenever you click this button, it'll spit out the color values that it's sensing in the REPL. So you can just copy and paste that into the dictionary in the code, and then tie it to the music and tie it to the NeoPixel color. It's a really easily readable, like real readable code. So that's really nice. This is still playing.
Super cool.
Yeah, it's still playing. Yeah, so that's the project. Some pretty cool techniques, I think. For light diffusion inside there, there's like a little wall that isolates the color so it doesn't leak into the rest of the faceplate here. So that's always a fun thing. And yeah, we've done a couple other audio players before, but none like this where it's like a color sensor.
Yeah.
And MP3s. MP3s is it's fairly new, I want to say. Normally we use waves, but using MP3s is probably the way to go.
I could already see how I would modify the code for this a little bit.
Yeah.
They're in the playground notes. Liz and Scott have been doing some hacking on the Yodo. Yeah. So the way it works is, like you said, with the NFCs, and all it's doing is triggering songs that are already on the SD card.
Right.
I would pull those off, put that on there. Like I was saying, the kids use the meditation things for like going to sleep. So I would put that on there because you have to have your phone connected to trigger the stuff.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's like, or like swap out the cards, which is freaking annoying. And I think each card costs like $20 or something for, just telling the MP3 file to play that's already on the SD card.
Right.
That is
that's a
very
little whack.
annoying.
That is very annoying, yeah.
So I would
We got
leave
a
those off
question
right
here.
on there.
Yeah, we got a question from DJ Kevin. How loud does it play? I haven't tested it, but it's fairly loud. It's just
Pretty
one
loud.
speaker, but it's a 3-watt speaker. I'll maybe do like a decibel test on my iPhone and see what the decibel reading is. Let's see. We got Brent saying what the design looks really good. Thank you. What's the inspo for the design? Pretty much just like a retro radio player. I tend to look a lot at design inspiration from Pinterest because I like how there's a bunch of nice design inspiration on there. And I have like a little board of like different kind of like 50s, 60s radio design. So like that's what I was inspired by. But it's kind of a unique design. It's, try to keep it minimalistic, but also cute. So simple, cute, minimal. And because we're using colored bricks, I didn't want to add too much color to the enclosure itself. So that's why it's like these really like flat colors. Like this brown is nice, but also reminiscent to like leather or wood. And then this is the Galaxy Black kind of sparkly filament. And then this is just white. And then this is that kind of retro muted white beige color that we've been using a lot in our retro builds. It's the same filament that we used in our Apple II case, which I really like. So I think those colors were good so that they're not overpowering the actual color bricks. So that's the idea behind that. Yeah, and then the back, I always like to add ventilation, one for sound, but also if it ever gets hot, it doesn't. But it's just nice to have these little grills or whatever. And then there's like a little accent here on the on-off switch. And then then you have like a little recess here for the USB so that it accommodates for those chunkier cables. Yeah, and then the handle is just fixed in place. It doesn't move or anything. It's just fixed in there. Yeah. Yep. Cool. All right. Let's check in on Discord.
Let's
The
see.
DigiKey.
Yeah, it's
hard. Too bad there's chunky rocks. Yep. Yeah, I agree. I've been on the hunt for something to stock in the Adafruit shop, but I'm not liking this one because the on is a O and the off is I, which is like reversed. So there's that. And then the other thing that I don't like about it is that the way you panel mount it, like once you panel mount it, if you have it soldered to your pins, then you can't take it off unless you put a JST connector. So instead of doing that whole, song and dance of like, okay, let me solder one female end of the JST connector and then the other end to the feather or the doubler. There's just like extra complexity to the build. So I think with this switch, it's panel mounted, but in the way where it's like easy to take it out. And of course it's modular, so you can always pop out this switch if you ever need to. And that kind of slides out like that. And I like it like that. So
and then don't forget you were saying in usability, you were saying for kids, if they lay it down on the back, it won't turn it off.
Nice flat. Yeah, it's nice and flat like that. So that's cool. Yeah. Yep. So that's the idea behind that.
Let's see, you got a question on drop testing, and no,
I haven't done a drop test. I don't want to. I assume it'll break. It's a 2 millimeter thick shell, so it might survive.
It could survive, yeah.
But I don't want to find out. But yeah, I imagine the first thing to go would be the backplate, because the backplate does come off with a little bit of force, but that's just so that you can swap out the battery. There's some lengthy wires. We could shorten them, but I like to leave them long so that it accommodates. It tests like, is there enough room for the most longest wires that are like, default? So the speaker and the JST cable for the for the battery holder. I might come up with a different solution for this, but for now, this works pretty well. I might do something where you slide it in. I have another day or two to like finalize this, but I think for now, this is fine. It's just a little battery clip. Yeah. As you can see here, I have the JST cable plugging in so I can still take it out. And it's on a doubler. I think I mentioned that, right? It's a doubler, which allows you to put two feathers, or a feather and a feather wing side by side. There's the SD card, so you can pop it out. The only other thing that's connected to the screw box terminal is, well, that's it. It's just the speaker. There's the stemma QT, and they're daisy chained. So you have the color sensor here, and then the rotary encoder there. And then here you can see how this little lip here is what, well, I don't have a thing. Hold on. There we go. This will keep the color isolated in there with that little thing. And everything's modular, so everything has like its own mounting plate. So the sensor and the rotary encoder have its own mounting plate, and so does the speaker. So you can print those in different colors if you want. And then this is a standalone part. The little storage bin for the Duplo bricks have this little channel here that just like fit into the wall here, this little opening. And then one thing that I thought was interesting is I had to add extra screws in the middle here. I wanted the faceplate to be like a snap-in, but as you keep applying force and pressing this in, you really want screws. Otherwise, it's going to pop out. So I have 6 screws here that attach the faceplate to the main enclosure. So that's how that's working. So all things to consider when you're making a project that's going to have a little bit of, you know, force applied to it. So the only thing I got to do is snap it closed like that. And there we go. Yeah. Cool.
Awesome.
There we go. So hopefully next week we'll have a learn guide.
Awesome. See, looking at the comments. Someone's asking if we need a PCB. No, don't need a PCB for this. It's a DIY project.
Yeah, using Adafruit parts.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let me check in on Discord. Yep. Okay.
So I posted the links to a lot of the parts that are in stock right now. I think the only thing that was out was the doubler.
The doubler, yeah. But you might have one on hand. So
I only have 2 left.
You only have 2 left? Oh no.
I have a stack of the 3. I'm like, oh no. This is where I want to maybe use the we were talking about last week, the socket.
Oh yeah.
Press in.
Yeah. Let's see if DigiKey has 17 in stock.
Oh, there we go.
So you could always buy one from DigiKey. Yeah. Yep. Cool. Love DigiKey. Yeah, there's just a button on the product page, which is nice.
All right,
there's
cool.
the DigiKey button. Boop, boop. Thank you, DigiKey. All right. So that is the prototype. Next up, Paige is going to talk about some metal prints.
All right, we got back our metal prints from JLC PCB. We tested out their there's a JB metal material, which is a steel material. We showed it off last week. This week we wanted to show what it looks like after it's been polished via putting it in a tumbler. And check that out. Now that looks like metal. Before, made sure not to do the other one so we could do a comparison. You can see it has like a matte finish. You know, it kind of looks like PLA still, although it sounds like metal. Now you can see after it's been polished, you get a good angle with the light in there. It is looking just like steel, because it is. It looks so good. Wow, I was so impressed. I thought this would, you know, crumble or break inside there because the tumbling medium that we're using to get this super polished finished. We wrote a guide on this before many years ago when we were looking at the infused metal PLA filaments. We were using like bronze to polish. We used the bronze screws. So for this, we're using the steel screws inside the tumbling medium. And this took about, it was 12 hours that we let it tumble in there. We didn't use any like liquid or soap or water, just number 4 screws, which I believe are like it's like a 2.5 millimeter, something around that, millimeter size screws to let the polish, or let those sharp like screws and then the threads do the polishing for that. And wow, look at that. See how really good it looks on that. I got a little video queued up for here to show what that looks like.
All right.
Did that go? Guide presentation? No, media presentation. Oh no, that's it. It is, yeah. But here's what it looks like under just different lighting.
Yeah,
you definitely tell the difference. Yeah, it's like a gunmetal.
Like
all
a
of the
weathered
threading.
look.
Yeah, it has a weathered look from it. And the threading all came out excellent on this. This is what I thought would like get like too eroded away, but it works just fine.
How long did you tumble? Did you say
12 hours?
12 hours. So did you like let it sit overnight?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So here's how it comes like when you get your PCB or JLC PCB order. Nothing fancy, just like in bubble wrap. And let's see, skip a little bit here. It's just me inspecting it, looking at it. You can see there it looks matte, but definitely has that steel sound. Not magnetic, obviously, but I was checking out the threading was the thing I was scared about. Make sure that came out. And here are the screws. It is about 100 pieces of screws, and tossed it in there. I had the threaded part already like connected because again, I didn't know if that was going to survive or not. But when I took it out, it like unthreaded itself.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so you can put it in there separately. I wouldn't add 2 of these together. Just, I mean, I was scared that the chains would like tangle together.
Yeah.
And obviously I wanted to have a comparison for it. But that's what it looks like after 12 hours of tumbling. Check out
so
the
shiny
there. Yeah.
Shiny and smooth to the touch. Was that the little kid trying to
yeah, careful on that. As soon as you take it out, there's going to be like, metal particles all over. So definitely want to clean that out. I just used a just paper towel to sort of get that off. You might be able to just use like
a
water.
tack cloth is good too. A tack cloth is great for woodworking.
I think I got rid of all the tack
dust. Yeah, they have a shelf life anyway, but yeah.
Oh, we'll definitely need to get some more to clean that up.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can't see it there, but you'll have a bunch of particles all over you. Yeah, we got our technique down. It still works from the PLA printing metal. Now we're doing it with real metal.
Yeah.
You can definitely see with the
P-cam here.
See the close-up of it. You can see a little bit of layer lines, like how it goes up each layer. And then again with the threading on this.
Oh, man, that thread.
Yeah.
Nice thread. Yeah. Did the tolerances change at all when you plug in your AirPod bud? No? Good. Very good. Yeah. Yeah, the text looks good.
And this is just like the embedded text that was added.
Yeah.
The Bamboo Studio.
Yeah.
You can see it there.
I like the very kind of like it matches the aesthetic for Star Trek really good. Yeah. Kind of looks like
that's super cool to know that prop makers who are doing things for like TV and stuff, like little things like this, like jewelry, or I think what was it, the bed size, like 100 by 100 for things that are within that size.
Yeah,
they can get it made so it'll last.
It'll last. It'll be more stronger.
And
it has that weight, which goes a long way for certain props.
And then doing the polishing like made it way nice and smooth. So I need to clean it more because you can kind of see there.
Oh, okay.
Getting,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Get that cat cloth. They work really well. They have a little bit of tack to them, so it'll get rid of all the fine grime.
Yep. There was another project that we're working on, the metal, where the tolerance did change a little bit. It's by 0.28 was the difference. So you just have to increase it, like pull the face out by 0.28. For the threading, it's just the regular negative 0.2 on the thread to have that fit, which I think you need to do that anyways. The way that Fusion builds the thread for that. Just do it on the face right before you do the thread feature. And yeah, I think we're quite satisfied with that. And PT was requesting me to send this one.
Yeah.
I did do some edits to the geometry.
I'd want to see, like, is it it's surely it's conductive, right?
I have not tested.
I wonder if it'll short out. I'm not sure. You can see the metal. There's a bit of a bevel on the end, so maybe it won't touch the edges. Just be aware that
I did not.
I don't know what it'll do. Port those two effects out.
I don't know if it is or not.
Just be aware of that thing, because it is real metal.
Yes. Although I'm pretty sure the earpods would be smart enough to know that if it's making contact, to not continue making contact.
Yeah, I don't know.
See my fingers there. I need that tack cloth.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, good rub. Yeah.
And then again, for comparison, here's what it looks like before. Super dull, super boring, like a matte color.
Yeah.
Still nice and smooth. Not as smooth, but still smooth. Yeah. We will be going forward with the, PT always likes making Star Trek props. So now we can make them last a lot more, not have them be so frail and fragile. So we can some metal in there too. And the cost, I think it was like about $8 for each one, because again, they did not let you put multiple objects into a single bed. So each one had to be like a single object. So I think it was like $8 for just that little piece, and then $8 for this. So if it's something that's all connected together, it would definitely be a lot cheaper. The material that we use, there is a different one, a different metal one, but that one, like, it failed the review, like when they checked the geometry for it. So I guess it was like too intricate for having the chains, I guess, on there. But that one is more expensive, and they do offer like a polishing option for that one. This one did not have a polishing option, so that's why we went with the tumbling.
There you go.
And it's definitely cheaper by, I think it was like $4 cheaper for this.
Yeah. I imagine they probably do the same thing. They toss it in a tumbler.
Yeah. We did link or I should link it here, the guide that we used for where to get the tumbler and like the screws that we're using. If you guys want to try that out on your own, definitely recommend it.
Cool. Very good. All right. Let's see if we have any questions. Nope. Okay. Very cool.
And you should see the other project too. They were PT requested on the metal stuff later today.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. Maybe next week. Okay. Just a quick note, want to let folks know if you are looking for some maker stuff, check out Adafruit and use our coupon code. Color code will get you 10% off things that are in stock in the Adafruit shop. So take a look, see if there's anything that you need for your projects. We are trying to keep everything in stock here. So cables, connectors, breakouts, dev boards, and more. I think the PropMaker is in stock, so if you are in need of a PropMaker feather, we have those in stock. Yes, we do. We have them in stock. Very nice. Cool. All right. Color code. That's the code. Color code.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into this week's community makes for Timelapse Tuesday.
Yes.
This week we got another Valentine's themed print. It is this Valentine's Glaucus sea slug.
Glaucus sea slug.
Glaucus.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I thought it was a Pokemon at first.
I thought it was a bird, but then it says it's a slug. I'm guessing it's like those dragon slugs, those blue ones that are in the sea that are like super poisonous. You shouldn't touch.
Really?
Yeah. This one is a Valentine's.
Oh yeah, I see.
One with a bunch of hearts all over. It even has this nice little heart on its tail that spins.
Ooh,
How
look at that.
adorable is that?
That is very cute. How many colors we got here? 3?
Yes, 3.
3. Nice. And you have like that gradient, sparkly PLA.
Yeah.
What's going on? Yeah.
I was hoping you'd see more of a gradient, but on the Z it's too short.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Fairly small part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Best to print 2 at the same time to save on the color switching.
Of course.
It looks like on the desk and its little spinny tail part.
Mm-hmm.
Super adorable. Got the hearts all over it.
Yeah.
Except in its eyes. The heart should be a little shaped. A little smile does look like a little Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what it does.
Yeah, I think it is supposed to be like those dragon sea slugs.
Yeah.
Usually blue, but here red for Valentines.
Yeah,
a couple little flexible parts on here with the fins, and then the body segments and the spinny tail.
Yeah, real quick, just for reference, we got what some real ones are like. Yeah, like this. There you go.
Those.
Yeah, like that. Cool.
Those poisonous, pretty slugs.
Yeah. Cool. And then the design is up on makerworld.com. It's Taikounou. No. Taikounou. That's my first time trying to pronounce it. I'm so sorry. But they posted it up as a free download. Yeah.
Yes.
And here's some of their photos with lots of bright pinks. And I think some of them have like eyes, like full colored eyes, maybe.
Maybe they painted that in or added the eye. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's got like a good little gradient to it.
Yep. There's a 6mm eye socket version for gluing in the eyes.
Oh, there you
go. Yeah, they're like Amazon, Temu glass eyes that you can plug in there. And they have a whole assortment of like different little creatures, little sea critters in their theme. And here
that one looks amazing.
Yeah, those eye inserts are really nice, actually.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at the gradient of that one.
Yeah, that one looks really
what I was expecting.
Yeah.
More of a gradient change.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool. Yeah, good makes. And it's a free download, so check it out, folks, if you want. Put the link in the description. There's a single color version and multicolor. And 2 options, regular eyes or eye inserts, external eyes. Very cool. Syllabulous. Yeah. Good. So cool. All right. And that's this week's time lapse video. Next up, we'll take a look at some community makes. We have 3 this week. Starting off with a remix of our rotary macro pad. This was posted by Kevin Cole. This is a remix to fit a larger size CNC encoder. And you can see here in the photo, it is indeed a larger sized CNC encoder. Nice. The layout is different.
Oh yeah.
Mine's like a vertical one. This one's more like widespread. So it's going 4x3 instead of 3x4, which is cool. And it's a nice rotary encoder. There's the part with the updated thing. Printed the top to bottom in some CF8 middle and PLA. Additionally, tried PHA for the middle, which gives some flex, but it warped too much. Middle support for the keys can be derived from the original. There you go. Very good. Nice job, Kevin. I like the color options too on it. Very cool. And then because it's snowing up in the north, we have a make from Jerry, who posted up the snowbird mold that I put together a little bit ago. And it's in this nice purplish pink color. Which looks good. And then to end off the community makes, we have a post by a printables user with a unpronounceable name. They posted a make of the Epcot Spaceship Earth project that we did. That's a WLED project. And here's Cat. Cat next to not too far from the glue gun. An interesting glue gun. It's got like a little glue catcher thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Looks good.
That's the type of glue gun to use for this project.
Yeah, because there's a lot of glue.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's annoying. A lot of people are like, but you know, that's the way it is. Let's see. So they built this last year and got get complimented on all the time. Huckling the pixels took an hour or two, but it's my favorite part. My cat was just as interested. All of the electronics are my own design, but Adafruit did a great job putting it together. Awesome. That's really great. Yeah,
Cool.
people's own electronics.
Nice.
You can get the seed pixels too, or whatever pixels they are. Yeah, these were good though. Yeah, WLED all the way too for the different things. If I remember correctly, somebody actually created a playlist that's like one-to-one matching the actual Epcot Spaceship Earth, or at least one of the shows, right? They're always changing them, I think. Yeah, it looks really cool.
Now there's one now for the Arts Festival of the Arts.
Yes, continues to get tons of fun makes from folks, and this was printed on a Prusa MK4S. Very nice. Cool. And those are the community makes this week. Thank you everybody for posting up your makes. Love it. All right. Very cool. And Connor McCarter saying it's a battery powered one. You got ours from Amazon. It's big box stores as well. Uses a drill battery. Nice. Good tip. Very good. Yeah, I also have a Ryobi hot glue gun. Yeah. Although mine did not come with the thing. And we're gonna get some more snow on Sunday.
I think it's gonna be 82 degrees on Sunday for us.
Yeah, for you Florida folks. Up here in New England, we get real snow.
It was like 29 and then 60 and then 30. We
had it felt like one whole degree last night. It was like 12 degrees, but feels like 1. Yeah. It's really nice. Maybe next week I'll share.
Yeah,
85. I did a little video of my snowballs. I took our remember we did an icosahedron D20 bath bomb. I took that same model and used it for snow, because snow and bath bomb stuff is kind of the same. So I made these little icosahedron snowballs that were kind of cool. Yeah.
I'm looking at the weather here. Here it's gonna be 80 on Friday, and then next Friday it'll be 35. What the heck, man?
35. That's cold for y'all. It's gonna be like 2 for us. Yeah, it's 21 right now. Feels like 11 here in New England. All right, folks. I think that's gonna do it for the show. We made good on time here. We're gonna end it a little early. But that's always good.
I should put the battery in there as a disclaimer. Make sure to check your LiPo batteries.
That's right. Yeah, check your LiPo batteries for your old devices.
They could be puffed out.
That's right.
I gotta go take in one of our old MacBooks that we used to run the printers. It is inflated.
Oh no. Puffy battery. Warning. All right. Tonight, I think if things go well, we'll have show and tell. I think this week is going to be hosted by Mr. and Mrs. Lady Ada. I think they were hosting tonight, and also Ask an Engineer, maybe, perhaps, if all goes well. The show and tell will start at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and they did it last week, so that was really fun to see. And then tomorrow is Thursday, so that's John Park's workshop. starts at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And then Fridays, we have Scott back. I need to update this. Thanks to Tim for holding up the fort for the past 6 months or so. Yeah, Scott is back doing his deep dives on Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific or 5 p.m. Eastern. Our CircuitPython weekly meetings typically happen on a Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Since we had a U.S. holiday for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, it was on Tuesday, so it was yesterday. And you can always watch the replay on YouTube or your favorite podcast player. And then Tuesday is JP's product pick of the week, where you can get up to 50% off select items. Happens at Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. And then back around to 3D Hangouts happens every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. All right, folks, that is going to do it. We'll see everybody next week. And if you come on Show and Tell, we'll be watching. I might come on. I'm not sure. I think I will. We'll see how the meeting goes. All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Until next week, remember to make a great
day.
Bye, folks. See you tonight.